Welcome to Hammer and Nails with Skip and Allison Bedell.
Hey, hey, hey. What's going on?
Happy Tip Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tip Tuesday.
Tip Tuesday!
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back with Tip Tuesday. I'm Skip Bedell.
I'm Allison Bedell. Welcome to Hammer and Nails Podcast.
Thanks for coming back, everybody.
We
got the puppies on the mic tonight, too.
Yeah, because they need some huggins.
This is like the whole family is here at the
mic.
At the mic.
Yeah, so you might hear
hey, Harley.
some participation from the canines. We want to remind you. We want to remind you guys that we are now on iHeartRadio. You can find us under the podcasts there. Type in Hammer and Nails, and you will find us there. We are on YouTube. You can listen to all of our episodes on YouTube. Can't see anything, but you can listen. I'm also uploading videos on YouTube of things that you have done so far. I haven't gotten them all up, because it's a process, because I need to do editing and all that kind of stuff and put things together.
Oh, the project going on at the house?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff already up.
There are we're working on so many different videos.
Yeah, so
everything is 90% done.
Right. Now it's just I have to take the time to put the videos together. So I have them either on your YouTube account or just go to hammerandnailspodcast.com or skipbedell.com, and you will see them on the homepage there, and there's a link where it says that you can click to see all the renovation videos that we have up so far.
Yeah, lots of good stuff going on there. Everything from outside, from roofing stuff.
Yeah, we got the roofing one up, and they put
the
up
whole interior project, right?
Yeah, we did the lighting that's on there. I am right now, as we speak, the facade tile application is loading to YouTube, so I'm going to have that up.
That's the stamped ceiling tiles, and there's video on there for all the wood, all the burnt wood techniques
that's
that I did for all the beam wrapping.
It's not finished, though, because it says to be continued at the end, because the project isn't finished, so I want you to be able to really get a good feel for what the whole finished thing looks like.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see where we are.
There's so much video that was shot since then. There's so hours and hours and hours of time lapse.
There's also the floor. You put down the tiles. So I just have to.
Brick
it's not
wall, the
everything.
cabinetry. It's there's a million different videos in there.
Yeah. So in addition to finding us there, that we're on iTunes. You can listen at hammerandnailspodcast.com, and most importantly, on that page, we have an Amazon banner. And I would like to thank the people who have been using it. I've been actually sending it to family members.
Oh, nice.
Asking them to use it. But, that helps out a lot, really. You don't have to do anything other than just click on it.
We use that thing for everything.
I do. For everything.
You're constantly on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
If I remember wondering where you
prices.
are, it's pretty much I find you somewhere in the house on a laptop on Amazon.
Think about all the gas that I've been saving in the vehicle just by having things delivered to the door, and the time that it takes to go out and shop for these things that come right to the door.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just very convenient, and they do have the cheaper prices. It's not like I'm paying more for the convenience. It's like I'm paying less and I get the convenience. So it helps us out.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to go. I mean, you can get just about anything on there, especially on Prime, right?
Yeah, Prime is the way to go. You know what? They give you Prime free for 30 days, and I think about 3 years ago, and I've been using Amazon for about 10 years now. About 3 or 4 years ago, I went to do the Prime, the free 30-day thing, because you get the free 2-day shipping included with your Prime membership. So I was like, let me try this out and get some free shipping on some stuff and then cancel it. And I did that, and I canceled it. And
you're a try and cancel kind of chick?
Well, because I wanted to get the free shipping during the free period.
Right.
So I did that, and then I canceled it.
I wonder if you were doing that when you met me, because you were with chicks before you met me. So maybe I'll just try it, and if I like it, I can cancel it. Or if I don't like it, I can cancel it.
Well, I wasn't trying you, and I knew I wasn't going to.
But then you got something I got to have more of that.
Oh yeah. I just went full out membership.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah,
I need that all the time.
I joined the penis club.
Oh shit! It's a good club to be in, evidently.
Yeah. So, and then I went back on. Onto I started just buying more and more and more things at Amazon. I used to buy just things once in a while, like a set of sheets or something, appliance, whatever. It was very rare. But then when I started really getting a lot of shit from them, that's when I said that Prime's the only way to go because of that free 2-day shipping.
It's worthwhile to pay what is it, like $100 for the year or something, or right? It's so worth it because you get like
it's $100 for the year.
It's like what, next day shipping on some of those things, right?
Sometimes I do get it the next day, even though it's 2-day shipping.
Right.
Sometimes I do get it the next day, but it's also spoiled me in that it's even soured eBay a bit because even though you get a lot of stuff on eBay for free shipping, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it the day after tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because even with eBay, it can still
like
be
if you
a week.
want it like right now.
Yeah. So with Amazon, you get the comfort of knowing that I'm going to have this right away. And I really like that because now I used to be kind of 50-50 with eBay and Amazon because
that's like where it weighs out, like going to the store. Like, all right, I can order it online and save some money, but like I can have it right now if I want to get in the car and go to the store.
Right.
And deal with driving the car and parking the car and, and getting online.
But then you can pretty much guarantee it's going to cost you more.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, sometimes you just want something like now, like you want it today or whatever. So like with the Prime, you can deal with, all right, next day shipping is like, all right, most cases you can wait one day.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like you really got to have like right this moment.
Yeah. No, there's not too much that I need right away no.
Yeah. I mean, if you think a little bit in advance, like of what you're doing, you're planning a project around the house, or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You think
Home Depot will go to the store because you're fixing something right now.
Well,
so you need
Depot I go to like 4 times a day. So.
Yeah, like you need parts and stuff.
That's like one of the only stores I go to on a regular basis.
Yeah, but we ordered the bricks. Instead of getting them at the store, we had them delivered, and they sell those on Amazon also. That with the brick wall that we have, and there's just a lot of the bigger stuff. Sink. We order online. There's a lot of stuff that even if it's big and you don't need it right away, get it online. It's always cheaper because they don't have to pay, like stores have rent.
Right.
There is no
even
rent,
if you go to like the Home Depot website as opposed to going and get something in the store, a lot of times, like if you can wait a couple days, you'll get it cheaper on the site and they ship it right to your house. In many cases, even free shipping.
And Amazon pretty much has everything that Home Depot has. And the difference between the two, because Home Depot also has free shipping. Like if you purchase over a certain amount and it's a low amount, they'll ship it for free. But Prime is free 2-day shipping. Like you are going to get it right away.
Right.
So that's what I just love. So, and I know that you guys, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably listening to other people's podcasts as well, and they also have an Amazon banner. But the difference between us and them is that we really need the money.
Yeah, we're remodeling a kitchen.
Yeah, we won't bombard you with ads, So as a thank you, we appreciate you returning the favor by clicking on our Amazon banner and just save it to your bookmark. You can do pause right now and just go get it, please.
Good
please.
stuff.
Thank you very much.
Definitely good stuff.
On a similar note, we also want to thank Paul Doctor, who is another listener who we really, really appreciate. Thank you very much for going to our PayPal link on our website and making a donation towards the podcast as well.
You rock, Paul. Huge supporter of the podcast. Always around asking questions on Tip Tuesday and always contributing. And now, of course, contributing to the podcast itself. So thank you so much for the support.
Thank you so much. That really, you know what? Because there's a lot of times, even more so this.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Summer, where because we've been so inundated with stuff to do that we need to do, and we've been finding ourselves like with little free time, that sometimes you get like, oh my God, we got to record, because you guys have noticed we have never missed a podcast. We have always put out twice a week, and we have never missed one, with the exception of like a holiday or something like that.
Well, you put out a lot more than twice a week, but I mean, the podcast,
and then
it's a good thing too.
Then, like, I'll get like an email from somebody who says something like, "Really, like, you guys get me through the workday," or "I always look forward to it. You guys are great," or I get such great information. Like, I don't know. People say nice things.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like
fans
brag.
of the show are really
I'm just trying to say
awesome.
people say really nice things,
really
and then
nice,
that plus Paul making a donation towards us as well. It reminds me why we do this, and it's because the people who appreciate it and who like it, and I love those people.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we have some great fans, and fans that have become friends, and people that really support what we're doing and get behind all of our crazy stuff. So.
Now, there's another person I wanted to talk about.
Thanks, Paul.
Yes, thank you, Paul, very, very much. Now, there's another person I wanted to talk about, and her name is Alicia Detillier. And she, I don't know if you remember her.
I see her, a lot on social media.
Okay, now I'm going to remind you because her name might not have sounded familiar to you.
Her husband is Dutt, right?
Right. Well, that's his, it's a nickname. Let me look over here. They live in Louisiana. Let me just say that. They live in Louisiana. They had that flooding that just happened again.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
those poor people, like, they just get abused down there.
Yes.
Louisiana's rough. I mean, they're catching, like, the hurricanes. They got the heat. They got all of that stuff.
Yeah, they're living right in the middle of it. So she ended up losing her job as a result of the floods. Yeah. So
they have a nice house, too.
Yes.
I remember seeing pictures of it, and he takes really nice care of it.
Yes.
I think he rides a Harley, too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't know if he rides a Harley because you got into that conversation. His name is Dustin, is his full name.
Right.
But the way
I called them for their anniversary, I think, a while back.
No. Let me remind you. It was 2 years ago, and he had a pulmonary embolism, and he almost died from it. And his birthday was coming up. He was home recovering.
That's what it was.
His birthday came up, and Alicia contacted you and asked you if you could call him for his birthday.
Yeah, they're big fans of the show, and they used to watch Catch a Contractor religiously, and always writing into us about the show and stuff. Right. I remember the phone call well. In fact, I called him from the set of the show
during our lunch break.
We were on break from filming, and we were getting ready to do another sting.
But you waited like a little because we ate, and then you called him. But then we were also getting ready to go and start filming again. And you were like holding up the whole crew because you were on the phone with him.
We travel around with like literally like 60 people that are like this monster crew, and that's exactly what happened. Because
that was the one I remember.
We
that
take
day
the
like
lunch
it was
every day.
It was hot as hell.
It was super.
We were
hot.
outside.
I remember.
I
remember it well now.
And then I remember the part we were filming the part where I tell you and Adam what I found out about the guy.
Right.
And of course, as always, production had me facing the sun.
Oh yeah.
So that I could squint as hard as possible.
Well, yeah. But that's like that's part of what they do.
Yeah. And I was like viciously pissed. So this is what Alicia. Let me just read this part to you. She wrote to me and asked me if I wouldn't mind sharing one of her. It's a Facebook. There's a cosmetic brand called Unique. It's spelled YOUNIQUE, and she is a salesperson for that. They do like these online parties instead of like where you have like a Tupperware party at somebody's house.
Right.
It's online, like you do it through Facebook, and you have these online parties, and you can add your Facebook friends to join the online party to see all the products and all that.
Oh, very cool.
So she is doing that in an effort to now make some money for the family because she lost her job because of the flood. Uh-huh. So, of course, I shared her unique party, and I put it on my Facebook page, and I added as many ladies as I could click on my Facebook. So she had made a post and asked some people, how do they know us? So she wrote on her own post, she said, I met Allison Bedell when my husband was affected by a pulmonary embolism, which resulted in us almost losing him 2 years ago. Dustin was able to watch TV, so he watched Skip and Allison the entire 10 days of his stay on replay. It made him laugh.
It was like a marathon contractor session.
Yeah. It made him laugh and have some sort of normalcy during his hospital stay. I reached out to Skip and Allison. Within minutes, they called and spoke to my husband. It lifted his spirits so high. They gave my husband some life back, and for which I'm forever grateful. Now, do you remember she also sent us, it just occurred to me, the video of him getting the call.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, I remember making that call very well because you're right. It was like a boiling hot day. And I remember it like it was, like it just happened. Yeah. In fact, I remember standing like behind the garage where we're set up with all the cameras.
There was a separate garage where the whole crew was inside there.
In fact, I think we were doing like a double sting that day in the same house, and we did the morning sting with the first contractor, and we're getting ready to sting a second one, and so everybody was in a rush because the second guy's coming, he's on the way. We set up appointments for these guys to come to what they think is going to be you guys will all see it on the show. So it was like, hey, Skip, we got to go. We got to
I
go.
know,
We got to
like,
go.
it was-
I'm like, one minute, man. I'm on a phone
And
call.
I started, and I'm like,
I'm on an important call.
I was hot as hell also, and I was
Yeah.
getting like, like cranked out, like
Yeah,
when
you were
get, like,
cranky.
Yeah, and I was like, come on, get out the phone already, 'cause
Yeah.
it was like you made the call, but then you kept, in typical Skip fashion, you kept talking.
Well, listen,
Like,
it was
come on already
an
now.
important call, and I wanted to talk to him, and I was happy that I got him on the
And
phone.
he was so nice. He was
and
so
he
happy
was,
to hear from
he
you.
seemed like really happy that we took the time to make the call, and it felt good.
And that was like far from that was actually the first time you had done it, but that was far from the last time, because you've done that a lot of times for other people too.
Yeah, there's been quite a few people fans of the show, and whoever just friends and maybe had like their kid was sick or down or whoever it was.
And,
I love making calls like that, and just cheering people up.
Denise, her husband,
Yes.
Andrew.
Yep.
You called him
Andrew
on his birthday
DeMeo.
at his birthday party.
Andrew DeMeo was also
He was also very sick.
a good friend and a great fan of the show, and he's had his own battles with his health issues and stuff, and so I'm just
nice.
I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anytime you can put a smile on someone's face, it doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
And if it's just a matter of dialing the phone, good Lord, I mean, we should be doing that all
I
day
know,
long.
so easy. So that's why I
Yeah.
shared this thing on my Facebook page. Now, Unique is not a brand of products that I had ever used before. I see a lot of people online who really love it. I'm sure it's got to be good because people are using it and it's thriving. So I shared her party. I purchased a product. Now, she was demonstrating this product during the day. There's like this serum. It's an instant lift serum, like where you put it on and all of a sudden your face
Oh,
starts.
right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I bought it. So, and not because I needed it, and not because, like it's because I like products and because I wanted to help her. So, if only just for the fact, just to help somebody who's in a really shitty situation right now, just buy something, and if you don't like it, you can return it.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep it, but
But you're going to I'm sure you're going to like it.
I'm going to like that. I'm sure I'm going to like that because she used it and she showed the before and after, and it
really
looks
works.
like it could be good. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm willing
That's
to
very
try
cool.
it, and so just get something. You can get something cheap. You can get one thing or whatever just to help
Is there
out
an
the girl.
instant lift cream for guys too? Because
You
guys
can use it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not going to put it on your junk because you're doing good. It lifts up all good. It's all good.
That's what I was talking about. Is there an instant lift cream for guys? See, you're right away think that I'm talking about face wrinkles, right? See where your mind is like, my mind's in the gutter and yours is like talking about makeup.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Well, I caught up.
I'm only teasing, but actually that would be interesting. I bet
Yeah.
you'd sell a lot of that.
And you know what? Actually, before I forget, Dave Fabi, who is our listener that is the
Hairstylist and colorist extraordinaire, yeah.
Yeah, he actually volunteered to do a free service as well.
Nice.
So just go onto the page. Just go onto my Facebook page.
He cracks
find a
me up.
party.
I love Dave Fabi because he's always writing to me, like private messaging me and stuff, and he's like super busy, that guy. He's booked like, weeks or months or whatever in advance for people to come and get their hair colored by him. He's like a pro colorist. I guess that's his main gig.
Yeah.
And
he's always like, I got the good stuff, like it's the natural stuff.
So
and it won't burn
you're
your
always
hair.
saying like the stuff you put on your hair, it like fries your hair and all that stuff. So he refers to it as, I'm like, so how's it going? What are you doing today? He's like, just cooking heads. He always says cooking heads, and I'm like, that makes me laugh all the time.
You know what? That's what it feels like.
Oh,
when
God,
the last
that's
few
so
times
funny.
I used a product that I wouldn't normally use, but I
Yeah.
used it because I was desperate and
Right.
my roots were just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I used Feria, and as it was bleaching my head, I felt my scalp burning,
Oh God!
and like it was very painful. And then
God.
I had like these little.
Well, it's kind of like the
scabs all over my
really
head.
high heels that I like it when you wear. It's really painful.
So painful.
but they look fucking good.
I gotta find out. Like
They
I
look
know.
so
I
good.
know. I feel bad that I don't wear them more frequently.
So just like, if that's any consolation, just know that your pain equals my pleasure.
Same thing with my hair. Why do you think I do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like really?
Yeah.
I have no problem making my hair darker for convenience. This is all this business.
Well, there's another guy that we love. He's a huge fan of the show and good friend of the show. And David Fabi, if you guys, check him out on Facebook too. You'll see one of our Facebook friends. If you're someone who's looking to get a super
He's in,
professional,
like I think in the Westchester area.
yeah. So, like super professional color guy.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go.
Yeah, he's super nice.
Yeah. I think maybe I need some some color. What do you think? Some highlights, maybe?
You?
No.
No.
No. I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, I got like the salt and pepper thing going on, right? There's like
I love the salt.
Yeah, lately like there's more salt than pepper, I think.
Only on the sides.
No? On the sides?
On the sides.
A little more salt. Is it like Himalayan sea salt, or is it like the regular, like regular table salt?
No, the Himalayan, I think, is the pink sea salt.
Oh, then it's not that. Okay, no.
I love that stuff, by the way. I don't know if you guys... I only learned about it over a few years ago. I haven't always known about this, but this Himalayan pink sea salt, if you see it like in Home Goods or Marshalls, they have a lot of that stuff there at good prices. It is actually so much better for you than regular table salt. The white stuff is because, first of all, that stuff is bleached. It has absolutely no nutritional value. But the Himalayan sea salt has a lot of nutritional value. It's got all kinds of good stuff in it. And it's not bleached. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. And it actually tastes so much better than regular white table salt.
What's like? I mean, I guess it's really supposed to be better quality salt, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's got minerals
really
in it and all kinds of
eater,
health benefits are in this pink sea salt.
You know, speaking of which, I'm looking at right now, speaking of Himalayan sea salt, you just reminded me, and I had to pick this thing up because we got as a gift just the other day. Actually, no, I got, right? Just not too long ago from Dad, yeah. It's this giant slab. This thing is like 1.5 inches thick. I'd say it's probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet by 1 foot in size, and it's got to weigh 15 pounds. It's from Trader Joe's. It's called a Himalayan pink salt slab. Oh. And it's like, it looks like a piece of crystal, just a slab. And basically what you do with this thing, you put it on the grill and you cook on it. And you heat it up and you cook the food right on it. And it's supposed to like cook like the salt and all the flavors and everything like into the food. Mm. Yeah,
I would really. I'm anxious to try it.
Yeah, I'm like looking at it, and it's actually.
But I wonder, like, if it, like, because I can't imagine that it would brown like the chicken that was. Oh, the little baby coughed. I think it would be like better for fish as opposed to chicken, maybe, because I like my chicken a little burned on the outside.
Right.
You know, I don't like soft chicken, like, it just skeeves me out. So, and also steak too. I like steak with like pink on the inside but burnt on the outside.
Well, everybody's got a Trader Joe's near them, so I mean, I think you should go out and check this thing out.
You can do fish and shrimp. It shows like on the little box there.
You can, shrimp and chicken,
vegetables.
and they got everything. They got show like watermelon and vegetables, and I mean, I guess you can. It says for cooking, serving, and curing. So you could actually serve food on it. It's like, it looks almost like a stone platter.
Well, we're going to try it.
It's a solid slab of salt.
And we're going to report back to y'all.
Yeah. You know what? And if you don't like it, you could just slam it on the floor and bust it into 1 million pieces and like
sprinkle. And put it in your salt shaker.
Yeah, or that, sprinkle it out on the sidewalk the next time it snows.
That's such a waste of good pink
sea
salt.
I know, it is. Yeah, don't do that.
We have those electric, are they electric? Are they considered electric with batteries in them?
Yeah, like the battery grinder.
Yes,
right?
the grinder for
those things are really
for
cool.
the sea salt and for the pepper. We got them as a gift from your mom at Christmas time, and we also got them as a gift from Rowan Paul at Christmas time.
Yeah, so we have one outside and one inside.
Yeah,
They're
so
great.
somebody's going to get a re-gift.
No, we use it both. We got one outside, one inside.
Okay, go inside, outside. Okay.
Yes, well, you don't got to like transfer them.
But yeah, inside, outside. That's a good idea. So
Absolutely.
so we've got the pink sea salt in there, and I had to buy those pepper balls. Because we ran out of the pepper.
Spicy balls. Is there anything like salty balls?
No.
What? Oh, it's sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
SNL, like sweaty balls.
Yeah, sweaty balls.
That's funny. That was a great skit.
Yes.
I love that. That's like a classic,
I love
right?
The taste of
That's right up there with Dick in the Box.
Mouth.
Right.
This one's really creamy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's funny. Alec Baldwin.
That was a good skit.
All right.
So also, there's some other things going on in the world that we're going to talk about, and we also have some questions for Tip Tuesday.
Oh, good.
So maybe we should just
let's get to it.
Hitting some questions.
Get to it. Hit me.
Speaking of David, Bobby, he asked, what is the best product for cleaning bathroom shower tiles? Everything leaves a film. I have the answer to that question.
Do tell.
Okay. I have been using this product for years, and I wasn't sure if they stopped making it or not, but I just looked online again because they don't have it on Amazon. I couldn't find it on Amazon, but they are selling it at Staples And where else do they have it? Some ShopRite. Some places are selling it, but not every place. It is Lysol Basin Tub and Tile Cleaner. Basin, Tub, and Tile Cleaner by Lysol. That stuff you spray on, leave it on for about 5. Spray it, like cover everything in your shower and tub. Leave it on for about a good 10 minutes, and then take the scrubby side of one of those sponges, and everything will come off and be squeaky, shiny, without streaks.
Everything.
This stuff works. I don't know about scrubbing bubbles. I don't know about any of the other brands. I don't know. All I know is that I buy everything in bulk, so I still have some left, but I wanted to buy more. But now I see that they're selling it at Staples.com, and there's other brands that make this stuff, but Lysol brand.
That stuff actually spray it on, you leave it on for a little while.
Yeah. It works.
And
it
really,
works.
It
works. No streaks.
Definitely works.
It takes off that white, grimy stuff. It cleans, it makes the tub shiny like it was new. So that is what I use, and I continue to use it, and I'm standing by it.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because the tub looks good.
Thanks. No thanks to you.
Don't even start, because...
You have never, since we moved into this house, have never cleaned the tub.
See, now, you wouldn't even know that.
Of course I know it, because I would know if there's a difference between, look at that, all of a sudden it's clean, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, but see,
That's never happened.
Yeah, but see, you think that I don't clean, the sink and, anywhere else in the bathroom. And, I told you, if I stop doing it, then you'll know if I really do it or not.
Your version of clean is other people's and normal people's version of dirty.
All right, so now, so it's my version of clean.
Yeah.
But that's different than I don't clean it.
That's like when a dog takes a shit and then they kick their legs back a couple times behind thinking they cover it up with grass or dirt, but it's still just exposed pile of shit. It's the same thing. The fuck?
So my cleaning the bathroom is basically equivalent if I were to do a couple of burnouts on the lawn and kick some grass patches back onto the shelf.
It's the same fucking thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to admit, when I shave and the little black hairs, the little shaved stubbles around the sink, I do wash the dent, but not all of them go down, so I can still leave some, I guess, evidently.
Again, your version of wash is splashing water onto the counter, and because of the gravity and the angle that the sink is naturally made, the water that falls back into the sink that has some hairs with it
washes it down the drain. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you are not cleaning anything. You're splashing water onto a dirty surface with all your trillion hairs, and now there's a million hairs instead of a trillion.
It's not dirty. It's just I just shaved. It's not I washed my ass in the sink.
It's dirty because you never clean it.
I shaved my face
with soap and a sponge.
Oh
you
my
never,
God.
never.
That is so not true.
Water is not enough.
That is not
true. And then your toothpaste splashes all over the faucet.
You don't know. I spray it down with the cleaner that you have in there. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, I do. But evidently, it's not to your standards.
It is not.
All right, then.
It is not.
Yeah. I realize.
And
but you can't say I don't do it, because I do it.
Okay. Now, I also realized that when you had Michael coming over here helping you out around the house a couple weeks ago, I noticed that every day, to your credit, the toilet was sparkling.
I didn't do anything
And then as soon as we didn't have company coming over every day, that's when the mess started again.
See, now that is absolutely not true, because I didn't do anything different.
Bullshit. Every time you take a crap, it's like, who fucking did it and ran? Kidding? I knew that you were cleaning the toilet because we were having company.
It's like a drive-by.
Yes! What the fuck, man? It's like, I'm going to stop putting flaxseed in your oatmeal.
That's your fault.
I know,
don't
it is. I don't know
me.
if you've noticed, but I have stopped
Those things don't break down. It actually just goes right through you. It's kind of like
it comes
peanuts.
out looking the same.
Yeah, so like any marks that you see in there, that's actually flax seeds.
Great. I'm saying, though, I know you know how to clean it.
It looks like a seeded roll in there. What are those, poppy seeds?
Disgusting. I swear to God, I can't wait to have my own bathroom.
Come on now.
That's the thing you need to do,
You'll have your
first.
bathroom back again real soon.
And then, oh my God.
Trust me, I'm trying to get you back in your own bathroom again soon, too. As soon as I finish that thing, you can get the hell out of my bathroom.
I can't even fathom what the bathroom's going to turn into.
The whole bathroom, the whole sink, the whole giant countertop is taken up with all your makeup and your crap.
It takes a lot to look like this.
But there's like
You're welcome.
There's a fucking toolbox that's bigger than my toolbox in my truck that has makeup in it. Good Lord,
that's
woman.
what I need. That is what I need to look like this. Because you see what I look like when I don't look like this.
When you pass like the auto mechanic shop and you hear like the air wrenches going brr, brr, and you hear like the tires coming off and all the noises like in the shop.
Yes.
Like when you're in the bathroom, I hear stuff like that. Like I don't know what you're doing in there, but like you come out, there's like blow torches going and
it's a very long
power
process.
tools, and then you come out like it's like oh. I'm like, damn, you look good.
Yeah, it's a dramatic transformation.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's watching.
I don't know what goes on in there, but it's yeah.
If anybody's watching season 2 of 60 Days In, they will know what I'm referring to. There's a guy in season 1. Do you remember the guy who was the Marine? Because you started watching the show with me. His wife, they have a baby together. His wife is now on season 2. She's also going undercover. She's in the jail. She is another one, like 2 different people. When she's got her makeup on, she's like, woo! And then when she's in the jail with the no makeup on and everything, and her glasses and her hair, like, it's a different. You'd never look twice at her ever.
Wow,
totally different person.
Huh?
Just like me.
No way. You don't look like that without makeup on.
I don't. Come on. I look like a totally different person with makeup on, though.
You're still very. I mean, you look awesome even without makeup on.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
It's just like it's kind of like relevant to like the light level in the room. It's like a dimmer. So the more makeup that goes on, the brighter we can make the lights.
Right. I look better in the dark.
Yeah.
Which leads me to Lynn Steele's question.
No, you don't. You know I don't mean that.
Lynn has a question for Tip Tuesday. Thank you, baby.
Good.
How to get rid of dark circles under your eyes. Now, this is my sincere answer to you, Lynn.
Is it only one eye?
I said
Tell her
eyes,
boyfriend
plural.
to stop punching her in the face.
Very funny. This is my honest answer, Lynn. How to get rid of dark circles under your eyes. Concealer.
Ah.
Okay. I'm not going to give you like a solution, like use this product or that product and put the cream on and it reduces the dark circles. There's a ton of products whose purpose is to reduce the dark circles. There's products that I use, a brand that I use that I have put my Amazon link onto our episode summaries. But I'm going to tell you that I have been using a concealer for about the last 2 years.
Maybe the site that you were just telling us about might have a product on there.
Maybe they do. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they have concealer on there.
Yeah, tell her to check out.
I mean, might as well try. You got nothing to lose. The Unique. It's on my. The link is on my Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And Lynn's actually. I think she's already seen. I saw her hit like or something.
Yeah, and that would help out our friend too, right?
Yeah. So
there
you got nothing to lose.
Could
if you
be
don't
a match
like it,
made in heaven.
Again, like I'm big on if you don't like it, send it back. You know what I mean? It's no big deal, really. You got nothing to lose.
See, I like making matches like that. You know, like Lynn's got black eyes. This girl needs money. The two of them could get together and everybody could be happy. You know what I mean? I'm saying, it's like some things are just cosmic. They're meant to be, right? So,
when I take off all of my makeup, I too have dark circles under my eyes, and like my eyelids are a little darker.
My problem is I have dark circles under my eyes, and there is no makeup that I put on. So
sure there is. I put makeup on you
when
before
we're
you're
doing
on TV.
stuff on the set and stuff.
Well,
but I don't walk around like every day with makeup on. So
I have been using a product for the last couple of years that our makeup artist in California had recommended. She was using it on me, and I loved it. And I bought some more. And then this new product came out because I get these Sephora emails, and it's Kat Von D has a line of products. I'm going to put a link to it also onto our page on our episode summary. This product is the best product I've ever used.
Really?
Yes. I mean, you can cover tattoos
now that,
with
ladies,
it.
is saying something because you use a lot.
I buy
so
a
when you
lot.
say best product ever,
yeah, this is the best concealer I've ever used.
Wow.
It's
I
not
mean,
cheap.
That might be like, putting it up against literally hundreds of things.
Well, it's not cheap. So, I mean, it depends on how much you want to spend. So
I think you actually have a whole drawer in that rollout toolbox that you have in there that's just...
I have a lot of concealer.
Yeah.
I do. I have a variety of concealers.
I've never seen as much lipstick as you.
I know. I'm getting addicted to lipstick.
You have, I think, probably a few hundred different...
I wouldn't say a few hundred, but I am getting addicted to lipstick.
I say
just
it's
recently
up there.
discovered the Kylie... the Kardashian, not Kardashian, she's not a Kardashian, Jenner, but Kylie Jenner, sister of Kim Kardashian. She has her own line of products called Kylie, and she is a mere teenager. I think she's like 18 or 19 now, but she has a product line that is seriously quality. Like that's the best lip stuff I've ever. Like it does not come off. You put it on and it does not come off, and there's really nice colors.
Now
so.
I will back that up. I will vouch for you on that because you have done some amazing things with your lipstick, and it has not left a mark on me. Not even one.
You're an asshole. I was wondering, am I falling for this?
Yes, you fell for it again. No ring. No lip ring.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, her products have been known to sell out, like you can't even get them because as soon as they become available on her website, they sell out immediately and you can't get them. But they have resolved that issue. They now stock a lot more. You can get them, and they are awesome. So if you can get yourself some of that Kylie lip product, I would also recommend that as well.
I'm running out right now.
Those are tips for the ladies.
I put this on pause because I need to go to I need to go to Sephora.
Okay. Well, you can borrow mine.
Yeah.
Alicia also had a question. She said that they have cypress post wood all in their home. They stain it and polyurethane it constantly. Is there some way to protect and make it last longer than 2 to 3 months in the Louisiana heat?
Yeah, cypress is big, becoming very, very popular as almost a replacement for a lot of different types of wood siding like cedar shake and redwood and some other woods out there, even like pressure-treated lumber, but not recommended to really be in contact with the soil like a pressure-treated and some of the other woods that have natural oils. Now, cypress is one of those woods that actually will produce a natural oil. It actually produces it within the wood itself. It's called cypressine, which is the chemical... the oil. Yeah, it's a natural oil that's in the cypress wood, and that's what helps it be so durable and hold up to the elements. It's great to be in areas like that are close to the shorelines and high humidity, high heat. However, you do have to maintain it. So yeah, getting to your point, you probably will have to sustain that once a year or every couple of years if you're using a good quality stain. Now, it's important that the type of stain that you're putting on the cypress is the right stain. If you're using a water-based stain, which I would highly not recommend, you might find that it's dissipating and not lasting very long. It's probably breaking down really quickly because that type of stain you want to put an oil-based stain that's going to penetrate into the wood well. There's a few different brands out there. I know Cabot's make some really good stains. So you know what? We'll put some links. Let me do some research for you and find actually the best stains that you can use on that.
But the most important is that you use oil-based.
Yeah, the oil-based is definitely, and there are particular types of oil-based that will work well on cypress better than others. But if you're using the right stain, you should be able to get at least a few years out of that stain. So every couple of months, you're saying?
Yeah, that's unusual. They must not be using the right stain if they're doing it every couple of months.
Yeah, something sounds like.
I know, depending on if you're in direct sunlight, that's going to shorten the life of the protection that you put on there.
Absolutely.
But
so like especially like on the southerly and westerly sides of the house, you might find you're having to stain more than the other two sides of the house, because they're getting more sun exposure for longer periods of the day. But yeah, the right stain should last you definitely a couple of years on there. So let's find some links and put some good product links on there for you and check that out and see if that helps you guys.
Okay, more work for me.
Yeah.
Richard Schenkman.
Well, cypress is not something that we use a lot here in the Northeast. It's really good down south, and it's really becoming very popular, working its way out west too. It is becoming more popular here in the Northeast, but they've been using it down south for a long time.
It's a pretty wood. It's got like this honey color, and it doesn't have knots. It has straight lines through it.
Yeah, but it holds up really well to the elements with the natural oils that it produces, but you do have to definitely maintain it. So let's see if we can find a good product for you that I would highly recommend for the cypress in particular, and we'll try to get that link up for you right away.
Okay. Richard Schenkman wants to know, what's the meaning of life?
Wow, dude.
Well,
all right.
I think the meaning of life is for you to continue to learn and improve and do good things for people, not expecting a thank you or anything in return.
That was good.
That's the answer.
Yeah, doing good deeds without looking for something in return. Is definitely high up there on the list.
Now, I do that. I do apply that to my life. I like to do nice things for people, and you
do, because a lot of times, like, you'll do really good deeds for me, and you don't even ask me. You'll just be like, no, I'm good. You're like, no, it's okay, I'm good.
No. I feel good doing nice things. I have to work on the part of me that gets very angry on the inside at assholes. I have a very low tolerance for incompetence and for a lack of justice. I
You and me
feel
both. That's why we get
feel
along so
rage
good.
on the inside sometimes, and I get very, very angry because of when things are not the way that they should be. Like the right way. When people who don't deserve good things happening to them get
Right.
it.
Right.
Like I just.
Yeah, but staying on topic though, the meaning of life. That's a pretty big question.
He
there, right?
asked,
Yeah.
and there's the answer.
Yeah, but I would
Because if you
say
don't-
the answer that you gave. I mean, I couldn't really add too much to that. That's
if you don't
you can
learn,
handle that.
you don't grow and you don't change. And I think that's also, I don't know if you believe like in reincarnation, but when your spirit, your soul leaves your body after your body dies and moves into another body, it's always a continuation of what you are going to learn and share with the universe and do for the world. And if you don't learn, you're not going to grow, and you're just going to keep having stupid shit happening to you.
Yeah, right. Everything comes back full circle, right? So next time around, you're going to get it twice as hard. But you know what? Even if you don't believe in that, hey, be the best that you can be this time around. Because maybe if you think it's the only time around, do the best you can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing, right?
And the best that you can do might not even be that good, but as long as you're trying and you got your heart in the right place, that's the right way to think.
Everybody makes mistakes, right? Like,
Everybody fucks up. You're supposed to fuck up.
Oh my God, yeah, I've definitely done my share. But it's like I think like just learning from it and growing. Like you hit the nail right on the head, growing, right? And,
Yeah.
Trying not to duplicate those mistakes and making the same ones.
Right,
so.
and accept that that you're not always right, and you don't
know where I made
everything.
a lot of mistakes in past relationships.
Yeah.
But that really worked out well for you.
Yes,
yeah,
it did.
Yeah, because I think I finally got it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the stupid shit that didn't work last time, and the time before that, and probably a few times before that, like I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore. So
You went from being with Satan to being with an angel.
Well, yeah, but like. Like here you are still around. Like all these years later, I haven't chased you away yet.
Oh my God, baby! On Monday next week is our 5-year wedding anniversary.
Oh wow, that was fast.
Yep.
Wow.
September 12th is our wedding anniversary. That's when we had our wedding.
I love you more even today.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Well, I don't have to imagine very hard because I can tell.
I show you, right? You know,
all
right?
the time.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you say in the morning when you get up.
Every day.
Yep. Every day.
Yeah.
You say,
love my wife.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do.
Yep. And then if you don't know where I am, then I hear, wife,
Yep.
wife,
Yep.
wife.
That's right. It's who
what?
you are.
Love you, wife.
Yeah.
Love my wife.
Yep. Every day. So I start your day, right?
Yeah. My name isn't Allison. It's wife.
Yeah. Well, that's what I call you. Well, everybody calls you Allison, but I'm the only one that get to call you wife.
Right.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
You don't have another
Now.
family somewhere, do you?
Yeah. No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
It took me a while actually to get used to saying husband because I was also used to saying wife.
Oh, jeez. Right.
It was.
Right.
It took me a while before I actually would say. I don't know if you noticed it, but it took me a while to start using the word because I was so not used to it. It felt weird saying it because I was, I had said wife for a number of years.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah. But now I say it.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for years. We've been, January is going to be 7 years since we met.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy crap. What? Is that even possible? Like, how does time go by so quickly, right?
I know. Love it.
Oh, man, I'm getting old.
No, we're getting old together.
Yeah.
You keep getting better looking, and I keep getting wrinkles.
Yeah, but I'm older than you, so I still got a hot young chick. It works out good for me.
Yeah, thank God for that, because imagine, you could have been with a 60-year-old right now.
Oh, come on. Let's say that. I have a hot
He dated
young,
Grandma
I
before
have a
me.
Be nice. Don't say that. That's not nice. That's not nice. I'm not talking about your exes. So.
Grandma with coral lipstick.
Nice. That's not nice. Stop it.
She deserved it. First of all, don't even go there, Mr. Kindness.
On another point, because let's not bring up exes, because you don't want to go there either.
What do you have to say about exes?
Oh, jeez.
My ex never did anything to you.
No.
Whereas on the other hand, your exes.
All right.
Oh God, what I put up with.
Let's change the subject.
Anyway,
isn't it supposed to be Tip Tuesday?
Yes, it's Tip Tuesday.
Well, all right. Are we doing that?
Okay. Yes, I got another question from Carrie Stratton. Now, I also wanted to give a shout out to Carrie because she is so kind. She writes so many nice messages. Like she's super nice. And I really appreciate it because many times, like when I'm having a shit day, and then I'll like go through my Facebook and I see a message and it's like somebody that says like her that says something so nice for no reason out of nowhere, and it just makes me feel really good on the inside. So thank you very much for the nice emails. She asked if now this is funny because I found this question interesting. Do you guys have roly-polies, pill bugs, on the East Coast? These bugs are infested in her garden, and she's tried a few things and she can't get rid of them. Now, first of all, roly-poly is an official name of the bug.
Really?
Pill bug, yeah, roly-poly. Because when they get disturbed, they roll into that circle ball. Now, I didn't know
that's
that.
Actually like next to the picture of the bug.
Not only did I not know that, but when I've been calling them roly-polies since I was a kid because that's what the name that I gave them. I started calling them roly-polies because
damn it, they stole your idea again.
Oh,
can you believe it?
God damn. Yes.
The International Insect Society
yes.
stole your idea.
Yes.
Along with everyone else that ever had a good
yes.
idea.
I mean,
you had it first.
Yes, and they have technical names that you can't pronounce. But they really are called like as generally, like a ladybug is a ladybug.
Right.
These things are really called roly-polies.
Wow.
And what they thrive on is like garbage, like mold, and like what's it called?
Like
things that are decomposing, like underneath leaves, or if like flowers or fruits fall to the ground. Things that are garbage. That's what they're attracted to. When you find them in your house, it's by accident because they got in there and they didn't mean to because they can only live like a day without water. They don't want to be in your house. So when they're in there...
Unless, of course, you have moisture issues, and then they might want to be in your house like the silverfish and all the other crap.
Right, if they're thriving on something that you have in your house that's decomposing, then
that's also actually might be an interesting sign. If you're finding them in your house, inside your house, that could mean there's other issues going on in there because they don't want to be around where there's no moisture.
Because they're usually found hiding under leaves and rocks and mulch and other like dark, damp areas. So with that in mind, you need to clean up. Like don't leave your leaf piles on the ground. Pick them up and bag them. If you have mulch that's like make sure you have like a good drain in your mulch. Make sure you pick up like your tomatoes that fell to the ground or if you have a strawberry patch, make sure that you pick out the dead ones, clean it up and like weed it, get all the garbage out of there because basically that's what they thrive on is the decay on the ground. And if you get rid of that, then they won't be bothering you quite so much because they won't have their primary source of food.
Yeah, I mean, every part of the country that I've ever been, it seems like those things exist, right? They're just
they don't bite, they don't do anything really. They just eat. They don't do anything to people. Like they're not.
Everybody got to eat something.
Yeah, they're not harmful. On a similar note, Sherry.
I wonder if they're like a delicacy somewhere. Like somewhere in the world, everybody's eating some kind of bug.
Yeah.
Right? So like somebody's probably like going out and collecting those things
like
somewhere.
That's like a score somewhere, like a Naked and Afraid.
5 o'clock somewhere, like you're looking for happy hour, it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in the world, people eat roly-polies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
like
sure it's
regularly.
Yeah. It's all good. Sherry Duggar.
Just saying.
Asked how can they avoid ladybugs. They should be everywhere on the outside of the house soon, and they aren't ladylike. They aren't the cute red ones either. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to rewind back to the last or the one before that podcast episode where I was talking about what I thought was ladybugs, and so I left them alone on my cucumber and on my squash plants, and it turned out that they were squash bugs.
I once had bugs on my cucumber. It was not good.
Ew.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
Did you have crabs?
No. God, I'm kidding.
All right.
I made you laugh, though.
So when you say they aren't the cute red ones either, that to me says that that they're not ladybugs, because they're probably the squash bugs or the cucumber plant bugs, and those are the ones that you want to get rid of. So you can either pick them off and squash them, or you can spray stuff on your plants. That did not work well for me. I sprayed mine with stuff that, and they were still on my leaves and made them look like lace because they eat your leaves up. But if they are like an orangish or a yellowish color, and with the black dots, they might not be ladybugs. So
really,
yeah,
like they look like that with the black dots and everything.
They look exactly like ladybugs, but they're not ladybugs.
Really?
Yes, that's how I ended up, because ladybugs are good for a garden. They're good. You want them. People actually buy ladybugs purposefully to put them in their garden because they get rid of other bugs and they're good for the garden.
So they pay for ladybugs.
Yes, you through the catalog, the gardeners.com, you
I
can
just
buy
imagine
ladybugs.
little ladybugs standing out on the ladybug corner and like cars rolling by, be like, "Hey, baby."
You mean like the Volkswagen bug?
Yeah, yeah. How much for you to come back to my garden tonight? They're paying for a ladybug. Get it? You missed it. Wow.
I'm gonna crickets. Okay, just crickets.
It's not that bad.
Okay. So,
well, you said you sprayed it, right?
I sprayed, but you know what? I think the spray that I had wasn't fresh because I think I had it since last year, and it went through the hot and the cold of the weather. So I think I just had bad.
You
spray.
use neem oil, I know.
Yeah, I didn't use the neem oil because I was right before I was going out to the car to go to work, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let me grab this spray," and I doused my squash plants, and it didn't make a world of difference at all. I came home and the bugs were covering my plants anyway. But it's it's like the end of the season, so I didn't make a big stink about it because I'm not really going to get that many more zucchinis out of there.
You leave the big stink up to me. I'll take care of that department. That's what I do. That's my job.
You're an expert at big stink.
Tip Tuesday, what do you got for me?
Brett 6, the wood under his sink was ruined because of a leak. He cleaned it and dried it already. And he meant like the wood floor of his cabinet.
Yeah,
Should he paint it to prevent further damage?
Most of those wood floors underneath the sink base, which is the cabinet that houses your sink, typically will be made out of particle board. Yeah. Which you would think is so... It's just not the right material to put in an area that's anywhere near water, right? Particle board doesn't like water. It's like cardboard. Right? So it's but a lot of
like a pressure treated.
Yeah, should be something that's absolutely like a marine grade plywood, right? It's something that can be wet all the time in case you have a leak. Right. The whole bottom of the cabinet doesn't fall out, which that happens a lot. You see under sink cabinets, the whole thing is bowed and wrecked and from having, that's where you keep all your cleaners and stuff like that.
I think you should replace the bottom of our new cabinet before you close up the whole deal. Don't
no,
you think?
ours is made out of the right material.
Oh, it is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I got the good stuff. Okay. In fact, a lot of sink bases now, if you opt to get the better version when you're ordering new kitchen cabinets, they actually make them with a plastic. It's almost like a plastic liner, like a tub. Oh. So the bottom of the sink no longer is wood. It's actually like a molded, kind of like those molded floor mats for your car that you can order. Yeah. It kind of looks like that. So yeah. So this way, if there is a leak, you're not going to rot out the whole bottom of it. But all right, so get back to your question, Brett. If it's completely dried out and you've let it, let the cabinet open, maybe put a dehumidifier in there, whatever you can do to get all that wood completely dried. Hopefully, it's not too damaged and warped. But yeah, and of course, hopefully you fix the leak because that's what's causing the problem to begin with. You can put prime it and put a good quality paint in there, something that's going to hold up to the water. And that will help you. If you do have a leak next time, it'll give you some layer of protection against the moisture penetrating back into the wood. But, of course, you want to keep an eye on that. Make sure that the plumbing fittings underneath that and the trap and everything is all kind of snugged up. If you need to put any Teflon on any of your hoses to keep, even a slow leak, even like a slow drip, like a couple of drips a day, will be enough to destroy that wood over time. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I got another question for you.
That's exciting stuff.
It is. It's so exciting.
Let's go hang out in Brett's sink base.
John Braswell wants to ask you a question. He said he's still doing some modifications to his old house. He ripped up carpets in 2 rooms, and the hardwoods are very nice. Yay! That's
nice. That's like Christmas morning, man.
Is.
That's like you tearing open the presents, and you're like, yes! I got the Power Ranger I wanted. Yes! I got the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
He said cleaning and waxing made them look great. However, there's a couple of dark spots where something had spilled at some point. What will help lessen the dark spots without having to refinish the floors?
Dark spots could be like an animal stain from over a period of time.
Yeah, when they piss in the same spot.
They like to go in the same spot, and sometimes they went through the carpet and it just saturated the floor, and it's very hard to get out.
Yep.
When cases like that, if you have to refinish the floor and sand them down to get below that, and sometimes you just can't even get below it. So if you have a dark spot that even from
saturated.
sanding, you can't penetrate it so deeply into the wood, you might have to replace a couple of planks, which is not like, the end of the world. I mean, especially if it's like an oak floor or something that you can get, white oak or red oak, you can get fairly easily. Even if it's an older floor, you can still get a wood that will match up to that. So,
or if there is a closet with the same wood in it, you can pick up a plank in there.
Yeah, well, you can take up some planking from the closet that many times will have the same finishing and everything else as the regular floor out in the field. Unfortunately, sometimes they're shorter pieces, so those joints are all staggered. And then when you get the new flooring, you can put that back in the closet and try to match the finish up in there rather than trying to match the finish up out in the field, in the middle of the floor. So that's a good suggestion as well.
Yeah.
But, dark stains like that can be tough on hardwood floors. So my suggestion first would be to, get some sort of degreaser or something that can, penetrate that wood and try to get the stain out of the wood. And at that point, if that's not working, you're going to have to sand it down. Hopefully you can get down past that. When you refinish the floors and sand them down, at that point, hopefully you can get down past the stains. But if not, you might need to replace a couple of planks. And if that's the case, there are some great instructional videos I could tell you how to do it and spend a little time telling you how to do that. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to private message me, I can spend a little time and tell you how to do that. If not, there's some great videos that you can even see online of just how to replace hardwood flooring planks. It's really not that difficult. A couple of hand tools, circular saw and chisel, and you can get them out and replace them. So there you go.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. So Howie Turgle asked, how did that fuckface get 3 months? He is referring to Brock Turner.
Oh, yeah, Brock.
Rapist who sexually assaulted a woman who was unconscious at Stanford University and got sentenced by that piece of shit judge in California to only 6 months incarceration. And he ended up just getting out this past week.
Is that judge still sitting on the bench?
Let me talk to you about this for a second. He ended up getting out of jail after serving only 3 months because of overcrowding in California. They get out after half of their sentence.
Wow.
So he served...
So if you're going to rape somebody, you want to do it in Cali.
Right. And pray for that judge. Apparently that judge actually...
That's great for all the women in California.
That's awesome.
Good news, girls.
Well, you know what? His dad made a great argument, when he was trying to plead for his son's freedom. He said only, that's a lot of time being away for only 20 minutes of action.
Oh, good God. Could you imagine if someone said that and it was your daughter?
Think about how fucking long 20 minutes is, you scumbag.
Wow.
Think about 20 minutes of somebody ramming something that is not human flesh into your vagina while you're unconscious, in and out of your hole, and it doesn't belong in there.
Wow.
And it's a stranger doing it to you.
That was a little graphic, but okay, here's a suggestion.
For 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah. How about, sometimes the punishment needs to fit the crime.
Yes.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we just see if the 20 minutes, how long is 20 minutes
I think
really?
whatever he did to her vagina, the exact same thing should be done to his asshole. That, my friend, is justice.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever he used and however long he did it, however hard he did it, it needs to be in his dry asshole.
Wow.
For 20 minutes, well, Mr. Turner.
But 20 minutes is really not that long.
No. It's only 20 minutes of action.
Yeah.
So there has been, first of all, I just wanted to say that this whole story makes me feel rage on the inside.
Yeah,
I'm like rage, because I have discussed this before, that with the topic of that kid who ran over, killed 4 people, who was drunk driving, the affluenza kid.
Yeah.
And how that
he's
judge...
affluent.
Right. Now, this stupid-ass judge in California, he wasn't paying attention to the TV and didn't realize that all the attention that stupid judge got for giving such a lenient sentence of only probation. And so this guy now is getting a ton of attention because people are calling for him to be recalled off of the bench and he has a history of showing leniency against sexual crimes.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, and towards people who are affluent as well, this particular judge. There's a number of cases that they are citing now that he has done a similar thing by letting people get off easily. Now, they are saying that he is the type of judge, though, that he's more about reforming people and treatment as opposed to incarceration. But let's not forget about a special word.
I agree.
There's a special word.
I think that Brock really should be reformed as well, but it should be his ass that's reformed for at least 20 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
In a violent manner.
Yes. Now, this particular judge, now this is funny. Lots of the public defenders are coming to his defense saying that he has been consistently fair to defendants and that he focuses on rehabilitation opportunities as opposed to excessive prison time. Now, let me remind you of a word that exists in the English language, and the word is punitive. Punitive. That means punishment. A punitive sentence is one that serves as a punishment, as in you're getting punished for something that you did that was bad. Not we're going to give you a kiss on the cheek and hope that you get better because you have a problem and give you a hug. A crime like sexual assault, for which this kid was convicted of multiple felonies, by the way, is deserving of a punitive sentence. As in, forget about rehabilitation, forget about making them all better. This kid deserves punishment first. And then, when he gets out of prison and he's on parole, then you rehabilitate him and send him to treatment, which, by the way, there is no treatment for a piece of shit like this because he obviously has no conscience. Sexual predators, there's no fixing them, as already statistics have proven. There's already been studies. It's just a matter of keeping them from committing more crimes.
It's like managing them somehow.
Exactly. Exactly. But with that in mind, and I'm not saying that people don't deserve to also get treatment when they have a problem, but my point is that when somebody commits such a heinous crime that is so vicious and disgusting and harmful to somebody who did not deserve it or ask for it, a punitive sentence is in order. 3 months, ain't it?
Yeah. There's like a huge lashing out.
People are going to
from not only women, but just just the general population is the system is is messed up when something like that
all
happens.
over the place.
Because we can all relate to listen, if you're not a woman, even what if it was your daughter or someone
right.
Someone you cared about? It's there's no punishment that fits that crime if you think about someone that doesn't act like that, right? And it wasn't even just all right, it was a date rape or something and that went wrong and they could argue, well, I thought it was consenting and she said yeah, but she said no, I never said yeah, and he forced me and no means no and all that bullshit. This girl was unconscious, passed out, right? From I guess she drank too much and they found her behind a dumpster somewhere. And just doing
he got caught while he was raping her, and he laughed after they stopped him. He was laughing.
So I mean, that takes it to a whole other level. Obviously,
he's just a garbage. He's just a piece of garbage. But I wanted to add that there was somebody on. I had shared a post from a California. I forget what she is. I think she's a congressperson who had been on TMZ, and she was also calling for the recall of this judge. And I shared the post, and I said that I was happy that somebody was making a stink of this, bringing it into light that something needs to be done. Because if nothing's ever done, then what is going to ever make these judges be held accountable for the decisions they make? So some guy who is an attorney who's been a nice follower of ours, friend on Facebook. I remembered his name because he'd commented on something else before, but apparently he is very obviously a defense attorney because he was just writing these fucking long things to my post about supporting, well, it's not the judge's fault, and the judge is the least informed in the case, and the probation department made the recommendation, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, first of all, because he's talking about the probation department, their recommendation weighs the heaviest, and I'm like, dude, you don't know who you're talking to, first of all. Don't tell me that. Ultimately, in the courtroom, the judge, nobody tells him what to do. He has to make a decision within the guidelines of the law. If the range of whatever it is, for that particular crime is 2 to 6 years, then he can give him 2 or he can give him 6 or anywhere in between. It's up to the judge ultimately.
Right.
So this guy's trying to make excuses like, it's a federal what a congressperson, whatever, isn't the right person to even get involved in this, blah, 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 blah. That's like, I'm so sick of these people who are forgetting about there's a victim. There's a victim here.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
It's not just a court case. It's not just
there's a person.
It's not just a client, right? Where you're gonna make your fee. There's someone who actually was violated.
Right.
And
how about your mother gets raped in the same exact way that this person did for 20 minutes? Then give me the same argument on my Facebook about how...
I wonder if he was a defense attorney in that case, what would happen if it was his mom or his daughter. Right?
Yeah. It's like every people, they get so on their high horse, these defense attorneys, and it's like they never have a thought for
Listen, everybody's got a job
victim.
to do, and if you're ever in the position to where you need a defense attorney, you'll be glad that you have one that can fight and be able to find...
But do it in the courtroom. Don't do it on my Facebook, where this is an actual real-life situation that something horrible happened to that girl, and you're going to get on my page and defend it?
Well, it's hard to find any defending that. Like, how can you even stick up for someone that did that?
How do you stick up for the judge that allowed it?
Yeah,
that wasn't teaching a lesson. Oh God, there are people outside of this kid's house.
Definitely doesn't seem like the crime, the punishment matched the crime.
Oh no,
on that one,
but
right?
now I love that the public is making sure that this kid suffers as much as they can legally make him suffer.
Right. Who was the dude that got they interviewed coming out of jail like the same day?
Oh
the kid came
there
out,
was another
and
guy.
And the guy said that he shoplifted or he stole somebody's purse or something
in
like
a mall.
that in a mall, and he got more time than this kid got. He was just getting out, and he was in longer than this kid was. Right? I mean, like, what the hell is wrong with that system?
Exactly.
Right? The dude in broad daylight, didn't, no like violent offense. No one got sexually assaulted. He didn't put unthinkable objects inside of someone's body. He just took their purse and ran off with it.
He had a store. He stole not even from a person. He stole from a store.
He sat in jail longer than this. I mean, it's really.
So what is the message that you're sending, Judge in Stanford, sexual assault case, fucking Persky? So he recused himself, by the way, from all of his criminal cases, I'm happy to say. So right now he's doing civil cases and not taking any more criminal cases, which is good. There's an article that's in online. There are other cases where people who have suffered sexual assault at the hand of somebody else, and he was very lenient. And it's just disgusting. And all I can say is that in a just world, like in a good movie.
Good luck with that.
His daughter or mother will experience the same pain, and that's the only way I think that these people who are lenient on criminals will really see the error of their ways.
Right.
Because there's something missing in their brain or in their heart where they don't remember that somebody hurt somebody.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to.
I'd imagine that it's got to be a tough job. Many times, right? So it's got to be a stressful job. But the bottom line is that when you're put in a position like that, you really kind of have to put yourself, in someone else. You have to look at like
what is it, complacency?
Not only that, but how does it affect the public at large? Really, when you place someone like that back out into general population. Right, just like out in society.
How do you feel safe knowing that you put that person right out there?
So I wonder if that kid lived like on his block and he had a teenage daughter, would he have allowed him to move back to his house?
I hope so. I hope. that's what would happen.
I mean,
That's the part of me that...
You have to ask yourself questions like that. Like what,
Yeah.
like really, ultimately, what motivates people,
Right.
to make the decisions that they do?
You know what I think is also very pathetic in this particular case is that not only was the defendant not remorseful, but his parents are actually defending him instead of saying, because he already was found guilty, but instead of them condemning what he did, they are basically saying that they, like he didn't really assault her, or that he already suffered enough, and the wife, she's so upset, the mother, over this, that she can't even like decorate her house. Like,
oh no,
yeah,
oh
no,
the
things that they're saying are so they're so indicative of people who raised somebody to be an animal.
Right.
Because if they had any good compassion or good lessons to raise their son with, he might not have done something like this.
Well,
but
yeah,
these people,
a lot of times there's contributing factors. Obviously, if you look
yeah.
back in case histories and stuff, and back in people's past, what was the underlying things that went on, and maybe they caused them to fuck up like that. But it's not always the case. Sometimes people come from perfectly good families, and they're just
garbage.
They're just not right.
Right.
They just got these seriously mental issues.
Yeah.
But you got to wonder when the parents of a kid like that. Obviously, a parent are going to try to get behind their kid in any situation and try to protect them. But you got to wonder, at what point? I mean,
you're not protecting them by not condemning what they did, because all you're doing is you're telling your kid that what you did is okay, and that everybody else is bad for giving you a hard time.
Well, let's see what kind of behavior he. I'm sure
people
I'm
are
sure we'll be
stalking
hearing.
him. They have Carrie.
We'll be hearing more from Brock, I'm sure.
People are like picketing his house. They're out in the street. They are not allowing him to live comfortably in Ohio. They have a carry law there where they are like out there holding their guns out there in the open. And they are like basically on his driveway, on his sidewalk, in front of his house. They are not letting him live peacefully, thank goodness. And people are holding signs up.
They're like rotating shifts.
They're writing in the street in chalk, rapist, with a big arrow pointing at the house.
Shit.
Holding signs saying, if I rape Brock, will I get only 3 months?
Right. Well, maybe. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if that happens.
And they're also saying that they're reminding people that it's okay. This is what I'm reading in this article, that it's okay to kill your rapist. Like if you're being raped, that it's justified to kill your rapist. So they're basically like encouraging people that if this guy, kill your rapist. Make sure you are prepared to kill somebody if they are trying to rape you.
Right.
And that if this kid tries to pull that shit again, make sure you kill him. That's what they are. This is what they're doing out in front of his house.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
And I can't say I'm disappointed.
Well,
because,
good work there, Brock.
Yeah.
Good luck enjoying the rest of your life, and good luck finding a job or any sort of meaningful anything.
None of this would be happening if he would have gotten the sentence that he deserved. He would be punished for committing a crime.
Was the kid like 18?
19, I think now.
18, 19, right? So you're like a bag of hormones. But just think, if he just would have just gone home that night and just like beat off or something, rather than like he had to like do the chick that was passed out behind the dumpster and like put everything that he found in the dumpster in her. Like, he could have just think. He just changed a little bit of what you did that night, and none of this would be happening.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
Yep. It's just really disgusting.
It's not good. It's not good.
I agree with your repeated opinion of the punishment should match the crime.
Well, listen, I firmly believe that. I mean, obviously, there's other places in the world that implement that, far more effectively than we do. And there's a lot to be said for it. I mean, if you're a rapist and you know that the punishment is that you're going to be castrated if you're caught, it might seriously deter you. The next time you have some sexual impulses that you're going to take advantage of some drunk girl or roofie some chick on a date or something, you might think about that. Well, this could mean my nuts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just think like, some things just need to be handled in just a really almost cavemanish manner because there are certain like parts of, I think of the human brain that like, there's stuff that goes on. The people who do shit like that, like serial murderers and stuff, it's almost like, there's parts missing in there or something. They don't see the rationale of things. But maybe if you were to just spell it out clearly, like on a big giant chalkboard, like if you do this, you're going to lose your nuts. Yeah. That just might be enough to be like, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna go rent a porno or something, whatever.
But he didn't have anything to worry about. He didn't think about consequences because he had nothing to lose. And in the end, he lost nothing.
Well, yeah, and it's those type of sentences that are
that didn't really serve as a good deterrent for future crime.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, no deterrent.
So for like the people that are out there that are watching that are in the same mindset that are capable of doing those sorts of heinous crimes, they're like, oh man, that dude got off for 3 months. You know what? I could live with that. I want to do this so bad. If I get caught, chances are I'm not going to get caught. But if I do, because everybody knows far more crime happens than gets punished. Most criminals don't get caught, because there's so much crime out there. There's not enough police.
They're like, oh, this is the first time I ever did that.
Yeah, there's not enough police in the world, obviously. Right. So, I mean, we'd have to have like every other person on the planet would have to be a cop to handle all the crime, right? So really, if you're thinking like that, like, you know what, I got to do this. I'm compelled to do this. I'm gonna roll the dice. But getting back to my theory,
there is no dice rolling.
Let me think. No, it's your nuts rolling on the floor after they're chopped off in a guillotine, right? Yeah, think about it, man.
Yeah,
well, that'd be enough to stop a lot of people, I think. Yeah. Just saying. I don't know.
Just saying. This particular news story really gets me pissed off.
Yeah.
Really pissed off because it's a disgusting statement against women and violence, and it's just everything about it is wrong. It's just a disgusting
when
thing.
When Trump gets done with his presidency, I just might run, for the next time around. That's going to be my campaign
you think
motto.
He's going to win?
Yeah. Rape a chick, lose your nuts. Yeah. Trump's going to build the wall. I'm going to build a guillotine. Chop your nuts off. Go ahead. You said, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, think about that. What would be more of a deterrent? He's saying that all the Mexicans coming into the United States are rapists and murderers. What would be more of a deterrent, a wall or a guillotine for your nuts?
Oh, my God. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. You might want to stay on the other side of the border. I don't know.
A nut guillotine.
Just saying. Think about it.
It's kind of like... it's horrible.
Don't even go there.
I just had like a visual.
Maybe a wall and a guillotine.
A nut guillotine. Like, what are the small nut guys do?
I got to write the Trump's campaign manager. I got another idea for you guys.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Nut guillotine for the small nut guy is kind of like when you're like getting a mammogram for the small titty girls. Right? Like, you got to pull it and squeeze it.
Yeah, you pull them all the way out. You extend them about 10 inches off the body, and then whack. That's it. Because I think when they're stretched that thin, they're just like, there's really not.
Before I got my bags, I swear, oh boy, was that hard to do.
Oh, man.
Fit that little bit of skin into that big
machine. Squash your boobies in there?
Yeah. It's hard. They pull every little bit of skin they can from the armpit, and they really squish.
You little raisin boobies?
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at them now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep, they are. They are quite the sight to be seen.
Thanks, my love.
And I do see them regularly. In fact, I think we're almost done with this podcast. I'm going to be seeing them again.
Let's hurry up. Okay.
Yeah.
Elisa Ballard wants to know, kitchen cabinets, replace or refinish?
Oh, that's a good one.
It depends. It's a big question.
Jeez, we just did both, right? We took our old kitchen cabinets and we're like, I was about to throw them in the dumpster, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. And I'm like,
they look amazing outside.
Yeah, so we already had built, like, I had built this roof, like a covered trellis off the back of the house and a bar underneath it and stuff. And so I got the idea that let's mount these cabinets on the wall underneath the cover, so they're not getting wet. And we'll make a a temporary kitchen out there because, when you're remodeling your kitchen, it's like that in the bathrooms, especially the kitchen, because most people don't have a second kitchen. You might have a second or more bathrooms, but typically you won't have a second place to wash dishes and cook and all that. So the kitchen can be a tough room to live without. So we took these cabinets. I'm like, let me just throw them outside. I'll run some water out there real quick. I'll send some PEX plumbing out there and make. Actually, the first drain we had, I didn't even put a waste pipe out there. In the sink cabinet, I put a bucket underneath the sink,
I
right?
love that.
Just to wash the dishes real quick. We had to wash a dish. I got the water out to the faucet, which is easy enough to hook up a water line to the faucet, but to get the waste line draining down, that's another story. So, yeah, but, that 5-gallon bucket filled up pretty quick. Even, washing a couple of dishes, it's full. So I'm like, all right, well, if we're going to do this even temporarily, I'm going to pipe it into the basement, into the waistline, which I did. But all that being said, we refinished those cabinets because we got so, we really enjoyed using them so much. We're like, wait a second. So we went to Depot. We picked up the Rust-Oleum Restore.
So
right?
Good.
Yeah, it's Restore. Check this stuff out. It's actually really cool. It's so easy to put on. It was like a one-coat type of deal. It's almost
so
like
thick, but it went on easy.
You don't even need to sand the cabinets at all. You just wipe them down. You clean them.
They look like they're brand new. They actually look like cabinets that are new.
The stuff really is good. So if you're looking for, you have a little time and you're willing to put the effort in. We did them together in a day or so, right?
It was nice we did it together. And
yeah, it was a fun project.
Awesome.
And especially if you're on a budget, you're going to do that for a hell of a lot less money than replacing your cabinets because cabinets are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the most expensive portion of a kitchen remodel is going to be your cabinetry. Sometimes even more than the appliances and everything else is going to be the cabinets, depending on what kind of cabinets you do.
Yeah.
So I would say that all those things factored in. I don't know what your situation is, but definitely consider doing that and check out that product. It was really awesome and easy to use.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything else here. Oh, Richard Robbins. Why aren't adorable pups welcome at engagement parties?
Oh, that's funny, Rich. That is funny. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I'm just let's answer that. I don't know. Sometimes puppies are not welcome. They're just not. So not
little
every
tiny hand-sized puppies that don't even make any noise.
That's funny.
He was only 7 weeks old.
What are you gonna do? All right.
Adorable little boy.
Yeah. What's up with Rich, man? Love that guy.
Yeah, he's a dog trainer. Who the fuck?
That is a funny dude right there. I think he's like a part-time stand-up comedian. Is
he?
I think so. He has to be.
If he's not, he should be.
Yes. He is like one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Right?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. He's a dog trainer.
Yeah.
I never knew.
So maybe we could have gotten some free lessons that day at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Is there any other questions? Nope. No. Well, looks like that's the conclusion of Tip Tuesday.
Tip Tuesday. Love
Tip
Tuesday.
Yeah. So,
hey, be sure to tell your friends about Hammer and Nails podcast and, check in with us twice a week because we're doing this thing twice a week for you guys.
Yeah, and don't forget about, like I mentioned earlier, the Amazon banner, the PayPal link if you guys want to make a contribution or two to the podcast. We appreciate it. And
check out the site, too. Check out skipitall.com.
We
We'll be
have
posting
videos.
all kinds of videos there. In addition to that, I love to give you guys tips, not only on the podcast, but I always put links up there. Or I should say you put the links up there.
I do.
For all the products and tools and stuff that can help you not only around the house, but just like in general. If there's something that I dig, that I like using, that I think is worthwhile, we're going to put a link of it up there, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. So we will see you next time.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to us and for writing nice things. And
all the people giving us support.
Yeah, we appreciate the support. And
Paul Doctor, love you, dude.
Thank you, Paul Doctor. And also, you guys, another really good show of support is if you please tell a friend, because if this podcast does not grow, I'm just going to hang myself.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Catch you guys next time.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.